it time to buy some of these stocks? Let's go over it. We're going to go over Palantir. We'll also go over like Smci, showing some very good strength. We'll go over Eli Lilly. Big strength on Eli Lilly. Big positions. Broke the resistance up to the target area. That was the first play I'm looking out for. I'm going to go over the second play I'm kind of looking out for. Tesla had some bigger movements today as well. We're still kind of watching out for Apple. Tesla resistance almost perfect today. So we're going to go over a nice quick middle of the market update. We'll also go over the SP 500, how the government shut down, little drop on SP 500, but S&P 500 is kind of recovering. We'll go over that as well. So just make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. We'll get all into it. And yeah, make sure you comment other stocks you guys want in tomorrow's video. I mean, not tomorrow's video. Later video, right around 6 p.m. like Central Time. Okay, that's what we kind of look out for. But all right. So let's start off with Palantir. Palantir is showing a lot of beautiful strength. So I'm going to update a new support level on Palantir, and depending on where we close, I'll probably update Palantir again in the next video. But your new support is right around 178.35, because I think I forgot to put it in yesterday's video. Right around 178.35. Resistance is still around 185.75. So two ways I would kind of look out for play Palantir. One, I would scalp it to the all-time highs, which is right around that, well, not all-time highs, but I would scalp it to a closer target. And two, once we start breaking this resistance area, which we are getting very close to, I would actually play some calls. So tomorrow, I might be looking for Palantir calls to break above the 190s, which is the target area right now, and even possibly up to the 200 mark, which is like our bigger area of target on Palantir, which I think will pay very nicely. So that's how I'm looking at for Palantir right now. Coming to a very bigger resistance, seems like it is ready to break. That's how I'm kind of looking to buy it. I won't do shares, just all option wise, because I'll make more off the option than I would with the shares. And then if we go over Smci, very vicious pushes on Smci. Once it broke that resistance level, I'm expecting it to go up to the $50 range. We are getting close up there, okay? So what I want to do is let's take resistance level off. Let's also add a newer support. Depending on where we close, support might change, but right around 46.75 is the support area we're kind of looking out for. And we have that resistance area as well. So we'll see if SMCI can continue that strength. So it's already pushing, so calls and so forth, shares should all be up. And then once we get around this 50 area, we're going to see if SMCI, because right now it's pushing, we're going to see if it pulls down and creates a secondary entry for SMCI to kind of continue push and maybe go up more to maybe the 53, 54s. But we have to get to that 50 area first. So for now, I wouldn't do any new buys unless it came down before the 50s and then came back up. That would be a new buy. But for now, as it's pushing, I would kind of just let it move up into that 50 area price target. And then once we get to that price target, see what else might be possible depending, okay? So that'll be very curious. And then let me go over Hood stock. Hood stock booming, right? 143s might get addition to the SP 500. We had a down day today, so it's going to be very curious of when I want to get calls on Hood in this range. I would wait until Hood came back up, very close area though, but it's like a smaller resistance on Hood, right around like 143.40, very close to the all-time high, because the all-time high is around 143.60. So once we broke 143.40, if I show you like on a minute chart, once we broke this area right here, right, then again, all-time highs is like right here, so it'd be very close. I would actually look for call options on Hood to not only go to all-time highs, but probably go up to like the 150s, get around 30-40% off Hood calls. So that's like the only new play I'm kind of looking out for Hood. I have long-term shares. Literally long-term shares are booming. Also, something new that I did today was I sold the rest of my Reddit shares for over 78% gain. In the Discord, we sold about 50% of our shares of Reddit right in here when it made all-time highs for over 100%. We sold the other half right here, okay? Reddit is starting to go on that lower side, so I wanted to update levels on Reddit because it's going to lead to a lot of potential opportunities. It is breaking all supports as well, so there's no big support that I can put on Reddit because it's literally breaking it, but the current support that is currently breaking is right around 213.75. So, and we also have a resistance level on Reddit at about 237.40. So these are two areas I'm watching out for Reddit. But if Reddit really continues and the market starts showing bearish support, I think Reddit can get back down to like the 150s, 160s. And that's where I'm looking to start a newer position on Reddit, averaging on, if it goes down more, I'll just average on the way down and then look for it to go back to maybe like 300s and get another 100% gain off of Reddit, just shares alone. They also have earnings coming up around November 4th in about a month. So we want to keep that in mind. But that was something we did today, showed the rest of our meta shares. Also, on 2 of the scalps that we did Apple scalps, right? We did calls. So this morning, every morning, I usually look for scalping of option contracts. We identified Apple was pushing, had the strength. We had some targets. So I bought Apple calls right in here, and then I sold the Apple calls right in there. So only about a 2-minute play. We were done for the whole day within like the first 30 minutes of the market being open. And then we also played MU to the all-time highs. All-time highs, we gave our entry point. We bought calls right in here on MU, and then as MU broke, we scaled out on MU as well. Again, all call live. MU is still pushing up, by the way. We're going to go over analysts on MU right now. But those are the 2 scalps we did. MU 17% gain, Apple 22% gain. Another close to 40% gain on just percentage-wise. So say if I put $1,000, that would have been 400 today, and also over 400 yesterday. So over close to 80% just off scalping, which you almost double that account in 2 days. Very, very powerful. These are the last 2 trading days we had. Make sure you guys join the team 𝐴𝐶PI, first link in that description. You get the monthly, yearly, and also lifetime memberships to build that success the fastest way possible, the best way possible we can, but also build the freedom, okay? We were literally trading first 30, 40 minutes of the market, and you have the whole day to go do something else, right? So for MU, we want to take all the levels off of MU right now. We already traded it. We already got we need MU to stall out a little bit, right? We need some red days. So remember when MU ran, we don't need to chase it. It has stall out period here. It came back, broke the resistance. Then we get calls and continue the movement up. We don't need to chase the price. So that's what we're looking out for now. MU is a pull down. Depending on where we close today, I'll probably update a support on MU later on in the video. But we're looking for a pull down on MU, wherever that might be, somewhere in that area for that next potential play on MU. Then also another stock that's about to break all-time highs is TSM. So we have a smaller resistance level on TSM, probably like around 284.15. We want to see how we close on that. If we close around this resistance level tomorrow and we do not break all-time highs, that's going to lead to a good potential call option I want on TSM tomorrow to go into like the 288s, which would be like my target, even like 290s. I'm going to put like 290. I'm looking for calls tomorrow on TSM. TSM has the same support, by the way, 274.85 would be the same support area. And then Target has some decent pushes, but it came right back down. Target support, it bounced off that 87.45, so nothing much going on with Target. Costco's having some drops. Watch out for Costco. Costco starts getting to the low 800s, 700s. I think that'll be a big potential buy, in my opinion. The health side, Merck, very big pushes on Merck. I'm looking for some bigger calls. It did break resistance level. Even longer term shares on Merck isn't bad in this area that I would kind of like. The last time it had a bigger pull down from the high to the low was about 78% before it started recovering. It can have a false sense of recovery. Right now it's only down about 45%, because if you look at the last time that it dropped about 72%. It had a false recovery here, and it actually dropped more, and then it had this longer run of years of pushes, okay? So I am looking at Merck 2 different ways, long-term shares, also bigger call options like leaps. To see those plays, just make sure you guys join the team. But I did want to at least update a bigger resistance area that if that starts to break, it might be all hands on deck for Merck right around 89.50, okay? Let's also go over Pfizer. So Pfizer's breaking resistance at 26.25 as well. I'm looking for a reversal play on Pfizer. Pfizer has literally been beaten down. It had a lot of publicity during all the vid stuff, right? It came right back down, came back up, came down. So the health side is in a lot of trouble, but it's going to lead to a lot of gains later on, longer term. So we are breaking that first resistance area. I want to give a bigger resistance on Pfizer at about 27.05. And also, let's update Cheesecake. Cheesecake pretty much has the same levels, okay? It hasn't really been moving. It's been stalled for 2 weeks. Nothing really crazy going on with the Cheesecake front right now. Boeing, also same support, 211.75. Nothing crazy going on with the Boeing front. The banks pretty much chill. I'll update banks in the next video. I know we already went over BMR. Thank you guys again for watching the video, subscribing, all that good stuff. Peloton has been on a decent little kind of recovery. There's no play that I see on Peloton right now, though. So Peloton is just very low. For me to try to play Peloton, it would probably have to break all the way up here, right? It would really have to show strength above like 1040. So I would kind of just watch out for that to see if it wants to break out for that. Also, bond market pretty slow. TLT, TMF pretty slow right now. And then the SP 500 did have drop of a government shutdown, but didn't really care about that. It just went right back up, breaking shorter term resistance levels and looking for the SP 500 to go back up to the all-time highs. You do have another smaller support on SP 500. I would say right around 664 will be your smallest support. You still got around 662.95, which we literally bounced off today. Remember yesterday I gave you all that support area? We literally bounced off that right here, almost perfect. That's why you never miss a video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Also, make sure you join the team first in the description. Always remember, no recommendation to buy or sell anything, just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see or hear in the video. And I will catch you guys in that next one.